Good. I guess it's good morning still. It's not quite before 12 where I have this up. And so I'm super excited to be working with you. I am Mark Smith. I have been an online educator before, and this is kind of a reintroduction. I taught this 1 year ago, the same course, and I'm excited about reinventing it and working with you guys. And hopefully we have a great time. So what this is an introductory video, and I have all these introductory videos that will be the overview of the week. When we get into, I'll show you the content. But also I have these videos that unpack specific assignments. Now, my last class told me that they just didn't watch the videos. And what that created was a lot of problematic miscommunications where they would kind of go out on their own and not really follow specific directions. And I'd ask, did you watch the video? And they're like, no. What's nice about videos, you can move past all the introductory stuff, get right to the stuff you want, jump and back and forth and back and forth. So please watch these videos. I take the time to make them, and you'll watch the beard grow, maybe even change colors because the gray is truly coming in, but we'll see. Okay, so let's get started. I'm in my office at Edinboro. I'm in office 204. If you ever buy, please stop by. We're in the Butterfield Hall. So what you see behind me is just my desk. And so you'll see a lot of videos here. So looking at our class webpage, I'll have weekly announcements. So you see our first one there. Welcome to SED 786, SEDU 786, a focus on secondary middle school curriculum. A little background on myself. I've been in education for 20 years. I've taught at the elementary, middle, high school, and now the college level. I have not been an administrator. Not interested in being an administrator. I have found my passion, which is online teaching and teaching at the university level. So without further ado, let me introduce how this is all going to work and how you can access the content. So you have the introduction. I will have the link to our weekly content, but you can get to that here, and you can also get to it up here as I move my mouse. So you'll see those. So let's take our weekly content. So we'll go and click on that, see if that works. And it sure does. It takes us to our weekly content. Why that's so large? Let me try that one more time. Let's just go to the content. I guess I really opened it up. So you go to content. You'll click on. You'll see that all the weeks are listed here, but they are not ready to go. So don't jump ahead. I'm really working hard on getting all this updated. Since I was having problems with D2L. So please just jump into week one. That'll give you all the information you need. So you click on week one. Every week there'll be one file in that weekly address, and then you'll see this. This is our overview, our readings, our assignment, everything that we're going to be working on from Monday to Sunday of every week, okay? And so it starts off with a little bit about myself. This video will be embedded below that. Every week we'll have an overview video. You might have a changing emoticon here. I did have a goatee for a long time, and then over the holidays I started to grow this out. My wife seems to like it, so we'll see how that works out. So within the readings, this is where you'll have your readings. The syllabus is on a computer at home, so I'm going to be putting that up a little bit later today. I'll send you an email. But our reading this week is a white paper, a framework. I'll go ahead and show you that, and we'll come back to it. It's a pretty quick read. It's Understanding by Design framework. Tells you what it is. This course was originally designed with a UBD. You had to buy all the text, and I just didn't think that worked very well on an online platform. So I got rid of the text, but we're still using the underlying idea of UBD, Understanding by Design. And I want to get your feelings on this. So go ahead and take a reading of this. Take a look at what's involved. It's not that in depth, but it will certainly give you an overview of that. Going back to our agenda here, this is your assignments. I try to put them in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 order so that you know that that's the steps you need to go through. I try to include all the links, all the information you need for everything. So this week, in addition to that reading, I want you to send me an email with the subject line, "Got it," and which means that you tell me a little bit about yourself, where you are located, what job you are in, what's your workload, what's your life load. So that way I know exactly where you're coming from. Sometimes our life gets in our way. I mean, I got tons of labels myself. I'm a teacher. I'm a student. I'm a father of 3 beautiful daughters, all in college. That's why I'm broke. I'm a husband of 27 years, married my high school sweetheart. So we have all of these things, and in addition to the things that we like to do, like I like to fish, I like to write poetry. So these get in your way. And one of the reasons you're probably taking an online course, and hopefully not the only reason, is the idea of convenience, that you can do this on your time. So please make sure that you're doing all of this with good intention, and you're using all the resources that I'm providing for you. So in that email, again, tell me where you are, what your caseload is, and that gives me an idea of where what you're balancing. So we'll move on. I'd like to have that by Wednesday. Then you're going to be creating an introductory presentation. Now, I do have a video that unpacks this, but I show you that the link does work. Brings you to a... Oh, it does not work. Okay, so I'll get that fixed. Let me go back here because I think... yeah, I'm going to need to fix that. So I'll fix that, and you'll see that. But here is a video that unpacks that presentation. And then what you're going to do is you're going to work in your, once you have that presentation done, you're going to link it into your discussion group. Now, when you go to groups up here, and that's under communications, you'll click on groups. Wait that for load. You'll see that you have only one group will be listed because that's the one you're assigned to, but I'll show you who's in your group. We've got Stephanie, Heather, Julian, and Sarah in group 1. We have Jonathan, Kayla, Joe, Donatella, and Alexandria in group 2. And in group 3, we have Lee, Jeffrey, John, and Stephen. And then finally, unless we get more enrollments, I might move you into some other groups, make them a group of 5. But right now, our group of 2, we have Nick and Haley. And so those are the groups. So what you'll do is you go inside your group, start a thread, and you will just post your link and tell them what you want to tell them about the presentation, why you chose that tool, things like that. And then you do that. Let's go back here, away from our groups. And you do that by Sunday. And over the next few days following in the beginning of the week, I want you guys to visit those and provide comments, provide feedback to those presentations, okay? Then on the framework reading, which I talked about earlier, I'd like you to have a little discussion. This is a whole group discussion by Thursday. So read the article, start to make your introductory presentation, not due till Sunday, but the initial reading we have on Thursday. So I want you to create an initial post about UBD. What's your experience with it? What do you understand about it? What did the white paper reveal? What was important? The discussion topics up there, and I'll take you there in just a second. That's due by Thursday, and your final replies are due by Sunday. Okay, so let's take a look at that real quick. Okay, so you see our UBD discussion area. Basically, it speaks to the idea of begin thread to this discussion by explaining your experiences or lack thereof within the UBD based on the article. What components seem most important and which seem unrealistic. Again, Thursday and then Sunday for your 3 replies. The way to do this, you just click Start New Thread, enter your subject. I tend to put my last name and like discussion 1 or whatever. It's up to you. And then you would put a link into your discussion area and just a few comments about the presentation, whether you struggled with it, whether you enjoyed it, or what things you want us to focus on when we look at it. Now, you need to make sure that when that person clicks on that link, it takes them somewhere and they can see it, okay? So make sure that you're giving rights to see them, and I will be going through each of those links and providing you feedback also. Okay. And that's due by Thursday and then Sunday, okay? And so just to recap real quick here, we do have overview videos that I want you to watch. You have a video, an email due by Wednesday, a reading that initial post by Thursday, and the rest by Sunday. Okay. All right. Look forward to